What up, y'all? Today we're going to find the center and radius of the sphere given by the equation x squared plus y squared plus z squared minus 2x plus 6y minus 8z plus 1 equals 0. That's a lot of numbers. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is, well, not that. Sorry, it's my first day with my new tablet. The first thing I like to do is combine like terms and rewrite the equation. And I also like to get rid of constants and put them on the other side. So, for example, the trick, let's start with these two terms. We have x squared here, negative 2x here. The trick is to find these like terms first, and then you have to complete the square. So the reason why we have to do that is because the equation of a sphere, which is, I believe, what we're trying to find. Yeah, we're trying to find the center and radius of the sphere. And the equation of the sphere is, equation of a sphere is x squared plus y squared plus z squared equals r squared. So, sorry, I'm having a control Z because I've just got this. I'm not sure exactly how to cut what I just last wrote. So, we're going to complete the square, and you may have forgotten, I know I did forget when I was in Calculus 3 and I had to Google it, but don't be embarrassed. It's, you take the coefficient of the second term and you divide it by 2. So we're going to have negative 2 divided by 2. We're going to get a number. Then you take that number and you square it. And that is going to be your new number. And there you have it. You've completed the square. So let me get rid of this because we don't need it. It's just in the way. Alright. Now, let's continue and we will get the next terms. Now remember, I'm not done with, I might as well do this now. Okay. So, let's do this now so no one gets confused. Whenever you complete the square, that new number that you get, you have to add it to the other side. Of course, it's trivial, but I forget this all the time. Now, I also want to show that I am going to go ahead and this constant, I haven't done anything with it. This one is not this one. This one is from completing the square. This one is in the original equation. I'm going to take this one to the other side. So this one is now over here, and I'm also, since I have completed the square over here, I need to add the new number over on this side of the equation, on the other side of the equation. So of course we have negative 1 plus 1, that's 0. We'll deal with that later. Now let's finish up with our like terms. We have y squared, a 6y. So I don't want that color. We're going to have y squared plus 6y. Remember, again, we're going to complete the square. So we're going to take the second term and we're going to divide it by 2. And then we're going to square that number, and that's our new number. So it's pretty trivial. That's going to be 9. I just like to go through every step so people can see what's really going on. We're going to do the same thing with our z's. You see we have, I don't like that color. Wow. That was like my Donald Trump voice, and then it changed back into my normal voice. Sorry about that. Alright, z squared and negative 8z. So here, I'm not going to show the steps. It's just z squared minus 8z, and then of course 8 divided by 2 is negative, 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. We square that, it's 16. So now we want to get it in the form that we talked about earlier, which is the equation of a sphere. So we're going to take this x squared minus 2x plus 1, and we're going to make that x minus 1 squared, right? Because x minus 1 times x minus 1 equals x squared minus 2x plus 1. You can do the math. You'll see it. Now, our next step is to do the same thing with these terms. Again, because we want it in this form. And we know that y plus 3 times y plus 3 is going to equal y squared plus y squared plus 3y plus 3y plus 9, y squared plus 6y plus 9, which is boom. That's exactly what we got. That's what we want. So it's good. So, again, sorry about this. Just my first video. Still haven't learned how to get rid of that quickly yet. Alright, so y plus 3 squared. And then, finally, we're going to, oh, that is a plus. That would have been a problem. We're going to get rid of these last terms. And that's going to be c minus 4 squared. Now, remember I said that everything that the new number, whenever you complete the square, you have to add to the other side of the equation. So we added the 1. Now we need to add the 9. Now we need to, you guess it, add the 16. So we added the new numbers that we got completing the square to the other side. It's pretty trivial, but again, people forget this like really easy stuff and they screw up the whole problem. Okay, now this is going to equal negative 1 plus 1 is 0, 9 plus 16 is 25. Oh, okay. Well, this is good because now we see that we have it in the form we want, which is x squared plus y squared plus z squared equals r squared, where r squared is 25 in this case. So, since 25 is, you know, our r squared, we can go ahead and say, well, to get r, it's going to be r squared is going to equal, oh wow, I'm doing horrible today. Okay, r squared is going to equal 25. So r is going to equal the square root of 25, which is, of course, 5. So, now r, I'll write that over here, just in case. Someone's like, how did he get that? What is he doing? Even though this is like really easy. Okay, so, this is going to equal 5, and here we're just going to solve for these. So we're going to see that x equals 1, y equals negative 3. Again, I'm just setting these equal to 0 and solving. Z equals 4. And we know r equals 5. So this is we now know the center and the radius of the equation of the sphere given. So we know that the center is some x, some y. Gosh, those commas always look like j's. Look, still looks like a j. X, y, and z, and so we know that our radius is 5, and finally our center of the sphere is 1, negative 3, 4, and there we have it. That is how to find the center and radius of the sphere. Again, sorry if it wasn't really mathy and when I described certain things. This is my first video. I'm going to try to be more technical, but then again, I don't want to boggle down people who are trying to learn Calc 3 who aren't in college and are trying to learn it on their own. But again, this is pretty relatively simple stuff. Thanks for watching.